Hey guys, what's up? It's Tony the Soy Sauce Assassin, and this is the One Cigar Wednesday. Yep, where we smoke one cigar and whenever it ends, it ends, okay? So let's get this started. But before I do that, I definitely want to change one of these things and get the music started. Alright, so how's everybody's Wednesday? As you can see, I wasn't doing a lot today. I spent the whole day setting up my new phone, and this is not gonna be the final cover. I just bought it for now because this thing will get delivered quicker than my cover actually get delivered. So I just set it up like that for now. It's bulky, it's huge phone, but you know, it is what it is. The phone just gotta get bigger and bigger every time, so it is what it is. For those people that order more stuff from me, just more coins and stuff like that, just wait until this weekend. I'll get it sent out soon because I have some other stuff to deal with that I didn't have time to do it before because I didn't go out. Now, if I gotta go out, then I'll bring it out, but I didn't go out, that's why. Today I'm drinking some energy or Powerade because I've been feeling a little dehydrated lately. So did I go iPhone? I would never go iPhone. I had probably 3 iPhone for the past 15 years maybe, and that 3 iPhone has teach me that I come to hate iPhones. All right, that 3 iPhone has teach me that I come to I hate iPhones. I hate iPhone to the max. Only thing I like about iPhone is that the texting sensing, the screen is very accurate. All right, I rarely have typos when I type on it, but that was it. That was it. Everything else sucks. To me, at least. I hate it. You only have one button going back and forth. I'm very confused all the time. The screen is tiny. Like, I have fat fingers. So, you know, sometimes I need a bigger phone to do everything else. And I use a lot of Google related stuff, Google Drive and all that stuff. And Apple just doesn't work that so well. Cool. No problem. Take your time on it. Don't worry about it. Take your time. I know shipping stuff takes a long time. I just sometimes I have that urge. Like, I just want to send everything out. Sometimes it's like, you know, it could wait. In this case, it could wait. Okay. Awesome. So today I'm smoking the American Viking Valada, and you know, I kind of feel weird about this decoration because the background is very Asian, but the foreground is very Spanish, and the font is very out of place, basically. Like, I wouldn't say this looks bad. I just say that this looks kind of mismatched because it will happen pretty if you put an Asian doll on here, right? Like, you know, because this thing on the side is very Asian. I think, you know, red and gold and you know, lines. It looks very Asian. Come on, like if I just put like this to say, hey guys, we're smoking the Year of the Rat today, you're like, okay, right? Like if I just don't show you the front, if I show you the back, say this is a Chinese cigar of some sort, you'll agree to that, right? So you know, I think the something went into my eyes before I came down. I think this would happen better if it's like something Chinese. I don't know. I'm here at Phoenix, down to $48 an egg roll. You know, the rest is not our problem. We tried, but then, like, you know, seriously, how did he get so many boxes is the problem. Like, how did that happen? I don't know how that happened. It's almost weird, you know. Because I think they only make what, few thousand boxes of those. So to say of that few thousand boxes, they have 100 boxes. It's like, how, you know? Wow. This is actually pretty good cigar. Tastes pretty good. Star anise. Very creamy. It's like full creaminess. You get that milky, coffee raw cocoa, star anise, a little bit of earthy at the end, not much of pepper. If you want a box of egg roll, they're still on sale at that website, so go for it. I don't want to advertise for them because, you know, we're not affiliated for any chance. Yeah. Oh my god. So yeah, bear with me, like, if I keep touching my left eye today because I run down and something just flew into my left eye. So hey, quick 30. The same cigar. Yes, I think this is the same cigar she smoked. It's surprisingly nice. I love the draw on this one. It's like super loose. That's the kind I like. Like, you get a lot of smoke through every single time. That's what I like. So. Since we try not to advertise for another website that we're not affiliated with, I would like to tell you that this website's name sounds the same as the most popular virus that's going around right now. Right? So instead of virus, you replace that with cigar. Okay? Then you'll be able to find it. You get a little bit of leather in this too. Okay, pepper started coming up just a tad, but just a little bit. You'll have enough for Nano. If you couldn't get it, I always have spares. Okay, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out, no problem. Well, Mexican beer. So yeah. That's what happened with my phone. I know a lot of people say, I can never put myself into buying a $1,500 phone, which I can understand. But here's the thing about Asians is that a lot of people pay a lot of money for phones. And something like iPhone, we've been paying for almost $2,000 for iPhone for years. I mean, in China, right? Or in Japan, you've been paying close to $1,500, $2,000 a year for years now. So something like that, when I hear $1,500, I didn't think that was a big problem. I didn't think that it was a lot of money. I just think that, okay, that's another phone. That's how much it costs. So yeah, I bought that, and you know, through the cycle of the phone, I'll probably buy 5 or 6 different covers for it. Before I change it next year. Now, I know, and then the next year, I'll just tell my wife to give rid of her phone and give this phone to her. What if and she's got to get another cover for it. So, you know, usually there's a hand-me-down process. So people can always have the new phone in the family. I use my phone into extreme. Okay, into extreme. Like, by the time I finish my phone, there's no way to charge physically to 100%. Maybe even 75%. Okay, maybe even 75%. That is the estimate. Because, like, when I start using it, let me mute this. When I start using it, I use it a lot and I charge the crap out of it. So I kill the battery all the time. By the time this battery goes to the next person, it doesn't remember how much it's for anymore. And I have a few times used my phone to like zero battery and then literally doesn't turn back on anymore. So, you know, something like that, I need a battery. I need to be able to work on it. A lot of sensitive information is in my phone. So I have to constantly have top shape, good quality phone. And Apple, if you guys don't know this, okay, every time something got leaked out from some famous person, it's because they're using iPhone. I'm not even kidding, okay? Every time somebody in Asia or whatever, their information was stolen, their Apple Store account was stolen, or whatever that's information that's important in their phone was stolen, it's because they're using iPhone. I'm not even kidding. This is totally true, and I'm not even afraid to say this on the internet and wait for Apple to sue me, because that's really what happens. iPhone security is like crap, okay? iPhone security is like crap. Yeah, you won't get viruses, but then like I don't use it for viruses. But if you lose your phone, yeah, you're screwed. And a lot of people like to steal iPhones, and I just don't like to use iPhone. I don't know. There's just so many reasons why I shouldn't be using iPhones. So easy to crack everything that's in iPhone. So there is that. So weather got better. I get a Balenciaga. You mean Balenciaga? Balenciaga? No, because I'm not a fan of those brands. I'm not. If anything, I'll go get a Supreme cap, Supreme cover. But no, I just get these Spigen cover. I've been using Spigen cover for a long time now. Like ever since they start selling covers, I've been using their cover. So. Even extra battery is not gonna do anything. I used to carry 2 battery bank with me, and even that is not good enough. So, you know, I have to keep my phone charged all the time. My phone is huge in Mexico because they're so cheap to fix on stolen phone parts. This actually tastes not bad. You know what? What's really funny is this particular cigar reminds me of the old Filthy Viking more than the Filthy Viking. I don't know if you guys feel that way. Sherry, if you feel that way, let me know. This particular Ddama Valada tastes more like the old Filthy Viking than the Filthy Viking. Then the new Filthy Viking tastes like the old Filthy Viking. This one tastes more like the old Filthy Viking than the new Filthy Viking tastes like the old Filthy Viking. I don't know. Very interesting. So yeah, in terms of my phone cover, I think I have 2 more coming. I just choose which one to use. I don't know. I have a leather one coming. I have the LED one coming. I don't know what I want to use yet. I really wish that the phone is just as thick as this rim. I don't really like the rim because it doesn't sit flat. So right now this phone does not sit flat. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I already changed it over, so I just had to wait for it. I just had to wait for it. Well, I had quite a bit of people for Wednesday. That's not bad at all. So yeah, for those people who arrived late, I was talking about we're smoking the Ddama Valada today, and I think the band from the back, it looks like a Chinese, like a New Year design. I just feel like, you know, this particular graphic on top of it is kind of like misfit a little bit, in my opinion. I think that it could be better, like if you put like a China doll or something like that. Which reminds me, I was reading somewhere like yesterday or today was Chang Li's birthday. If you don't know what Chang Li's birthday, who Chang Li is, you have no childhood. Okay, you have no childhood. If you don't know who Chang Li is, you have no childhood. Right? Chang Li is like 54 years old now, 52 years old. It's crazy. But yeah, this thing, like if you like the old Filthy Viking taste and you didn't like the new Filthy Viking taste, this might be the replacement because this tastes very similar to the old Filthy Viking. I'm not even kidding. Just the way it is. Very similar. It has that creaminess too. It had that really thick creaminess. Alright. So, Nicholas Cross does not have a childhood. Chun-Li is a character from Street Fighter. And throughout the time of the game, Chun-Li just get younger and younger and younger and harder and harder, and the legs just get bigger and bigger and bigger for the last 20 something years, 30 years. Okay, that's who Chun-Li is. She got younger as she goes. I don't know how, but she did. Whew. So yeah, that's a lot of smoke production too. It's pretty good. Yeah, it's lung filler, right? It's actually staying out pretty good overall. I don't know. This might be something I'll buy too. So update for coronavirus. Apparently, there's multiple strain now. So if you cure from coronavirus, it does not mean you won't get it again. You could get it again. And and further proof is that Chinese government does not know anything about medical system. Okay, they wanted to be the first one to say this. Says we have a vaccine. We have a few people that already injected. Well, the problem is that you did not have enough time to test it. You don't even know what it works. Everybody can make a vaccine, all right? Just kill the virus, inject it in the body. That's vaccine. But does it work? They just want to be the first one to say, hey, we got vaccine now. Well, yeah, if you got vaccine now, you wouldn't have all those problems right now. Now, the travel restriction continues. I don't know why WHO does not want to call it a pandemic, because pretty much it is right now. They just don't want to lock down a country. They don't want to piss off China, which I can understand why. It's really political and retarded. But I think that, if you got to be the leader of the WHO, even if China says, if you declare us a pandemic, we got to just leave WHO. I'll be like, go for it. Bye. I will totally do that. If I'm any of the international of anything, and that has Chinese involvement, if China says, if you do this is against us, we just gotta leave. And I'll be like, goodbye. I'm that kind of person. I'm like, I'll be okay to say goodbye. So, hey, Travis. But yeah, you can tell that there's some government pressure here and there right now to make sure that they don't make a big deal of this disease. Well, I mean, the disease itself is not that big deal, in which I'm pretty surprised how many people go to Costco and just literally clean out the entire Costco of toilet paper. Why do people always worry about, in any situation, for any disease or any weather-related problem, to buy toilet paper? As if you have to shit all day, you have nothing else to do when something happens. You just need to shit all day long. You need toilet paper. Alright, they clean out the shelves. Like, they never needed to buy toilet paper, but all of a sudden, if I tell you the city might close for 1 month, you gotta go there and buy, like, those mega family size 56 rolls, 60 rolls, 2-pack of those, as if you gotta run out of toilet paper all of a sudden in 30 days. I don't understand. I don't understand. I mean, I can understand canned food, dry food, pastas, maybe some frozen food, and water. Sometimes clean water, not having clean water is a problem. But then I really do think that people should buy a water filter than like spring water to just store there. So I can understand those. But toilet paper? Do you really need 60 rolls of toilet paper for 30 days? How much shit are you gonna have? How much shit are you going to have? You just gotta go shit all day long and just keep, you're the one, this person that rolls, that's not how you do this. You don't need 60 rolls of toilet paper ever, okay? And nobody buys the most important item. Duct tape. Duct tape will save your life. Duct tape will save your life. All right, this is common knowledge. Duct tape can use for anything in case of emergency. If zombie comes, you can use the duct tape up zombie, tape up door, tape up windows, make a vessel to carry water, make clothes, make shoes. Duct tape is what you need, not toilet paper. What you got to do with toilet paper? So yeah, the world is thinking that the world's gonna end because of some, disease, and which is like, I can understand it. I mean, it's better to be worried than not. I mean, there's some, but then we always have some idiots. If you didn't hear about the idiots in in America, which they tell them to, hey, you're sick, you stay home. She end up saying, no, you know what? I'm gonna go to this meeting, invite only meeting, and then just get everybody sick. Right? Not only that she's sick, she's gotta get everybody sick. She's gotta get her family sick. She's gotta get her kids sick, and kids is gotta go to school and get everybody sick. This is how you spread disease. What, are you fucking retarded? Come on. I don't know what they were thinking in terms of having the self-awareness of disease going on. All right, they need to have that control of not going out. Right? If you're sick, shouldn't you be sick and on the bed not going out? Somebody posted a Pokemon picture. It says, when you're sick, you should be on the bed like a Pikachu. But when this happened, coronavirus happened, people's gotta travel across the lands. That's crazy. That's crazy. I don't know. Like, is it like the world is too peaceful that you had to go out there and spread your viruses so that you don't have to die alone? That kind of stuff. I don't know. Duct tape fixes anything. Alright? Duct tape fixes anything. Gorilla Tape is good, but I realize that there's something the Gorilla Glue and Gorilla Tape does not do. Like, it literally just doesn't want to glue onto it. Like, it won't even fix my fridge. I don't know why. So, I don't know if you guys ever have this problem before. Is that a piece of the PVC stuff on the fridge break, you can never glue it back together. It will fall apart. Like, you cannot glue anything that's part of your fridge back together. Does not work. I don't know why. And those fridges are ridiculous. Have you ever tried to replace a drawer in your fridge? Do you know how much those drawers cost? In the past, I remember we bought the house that come with the fridge, and the fridge, at best, is like $400 or $500 at best. Okay, and there's a drawer in there, and obviously, being stupid, sometimes you just left the drawer open, you close the door, and they crack the drawer. And being OCD, I want to replace the drawer because it's like, it's eyesore, it's cracked, right? So I went online, looked for it, and I called them and asked for how much it would it cost to replace that one drawer. Now, this is not the full bottom drawer. This is like the half of that drawer, 2 drawer on the bottom. I asked how much did that cost to replace that drawer. That drawer is $139. $139 for a freaking drawer. Really? Really? For a drawer? At that point I was like, screw it, I'm just gonna use it for now. When this fridge totally dies, I'm gonna buy a new fridge. It will cost less than that freaking drawer. So in the end, I bought a new house. By the way, I rarely see people talk about what smoking they're smoking now while they're chatting with me on YouTube now. So when you guys come up, let me know what you guys are smoking, because like you guys are making me going back to the Legion to watch to see what you guys are smoking. Right? Sometimes I just don't see what you guys are smoking. I know Albert is probably smoking the chop suey. Some people actually like the chop suey better. I don't know. I still like the egg roll better. I think just more complex overall. I see Seth also got one of these too. Matt is having a Padron, 45 years, with a serial number on it. What is this? Why did this make me think of Brendan Chapman and Michael Well? 6-inch deeper. Willie Panero smoking Casa Cueva. That's 3 hours ago. I'm pretty sure he's done by now. All these are 3 hours later, so I'm pretty sure they're done by now. Huang, you're just abusing yourself, huh? You're just abusing yourself. So, Massachusetts has became warming up. It's warming up. We'll probably hit the 50s today. In fact, I didn't even turn on the heat until I get down here today. Right now it's about 57 degrees with the heat on. So it was, during the daytime it's relatively warm, but here's the thing though, it's super windy. It's super windy. It blows the full tier away from my deck. It's super windy. It's nowhere to smoke outside. So I smoked outside yesterday until it gets cold, and then I went back in. And then today I was just listening to the wind today. I didn't want to go out, so I didn't go out. Couldn't smoke outside. What else I would have enjoyed smoking outside today. John Sellers smoking a Red Bank Cohiba an hour ago. Christopher is smoking the King Daytona. Uh, let's see. 2 hours ago, Christina was smoking. I rarely see Christina on anymore too. 75 degrees. You know, here's the thing though. You know how Arizona has 1 case of coronavirus, but this literally doesn't spread? It's probably because it's so warm over there. It's probably because it's so warm over there, so nothing is happening right now. So I figure, you know, once the temperature go back up, warmer, it should be okay. Even though I feel like it's kind of weird because California and Washington D.C. are pretty warm right now, and they have a lot of cases. So I don't know. But 77 sounds pretty good to be stay outside. Okay. Green Saber. Okay, Perdomo champagne. Now I smoke a lot of Perdomo champagne when I was starting out to smoke because it looks great and everybody recommend it. But I've never tasted champagne in that. Does anybody ever taste champagne notes in the Perdomo champagne? No? I feel like Sherry had like 3 cigars today. I'm scrolling down and just seeing cigar after cigars. Oh, that's what it is. The Grand Saber cigars. I have no idea what they are. Let me see. When you close the simple pack, blah blah blah, and blah 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 blah. I don't know what they are. This cigar particularly, I think it burns relatively quickly. 30 minutes, I'm like a little bit more than 1/3 in. It's pretty quick. You know, I remember reading about Sherry's taking a mental day today. I mean, mental day, literally what we need all the time. They should add one more holiday just for mental days. I think I'd like a floating holiday for mental day because, you know, there are times where we're not sick, but mentally just like, I've had it for this week. I need a day off before the weekend or else tomorrow I'm gonna choke some bastard to death. You know, that happens. We just need that one day. One day that is, you know, we can just stay off and just don't talk to anybody. You know, and it doesn't take that many days to kind of gather up all the stress to get that one day that you don't want to deal with anyone. All right, it does happen. You know, sometimes you just had a really bad Tuesday on hump day. You're like, no, I do not want to go in there and listen to the freaking freaking camel talking to me. All right, I do not. Today is not the day to talk to me. I ain't gotta take a sick day or mental day. You know, I think that's perfectly good excuse to take a mental day because there are some people that just don't want to talk to me. Oh, cool! I'll support them too. Saber cigars, Saber cigars. Do they have their own website? Alright. I hate to tell you, when I go to their website, it's an immediate turn down, okay? It's an immediate turn down. Why do you have to promote, why do you have to portray female this way? I don't understand. Why do you have to, you don't have to put that many different female on the website to make me buy cigars. Like, I don't know. Especially a female with braces on while smoking cigar, that's not the most attractive thing to see. So I don't know. I do you really need to do that? Come on. And like, I'm looking at the pictures, you know, where they say experience our great tasting cigars. I see a few of them, like the females literally not smoking it. I don't know, they're just holding it funny. I don't really think they know how to smoke it. And like these pictures, I don't know what they were thinking. Like, you know, I much rather, you know. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, there's some picture that's nice. It's just tobacco. But when I see the female in there, it did not look natural. It looks weird. Like, that's not a good way to advertise your cigar website. It almost, yeah. No, guys. No, I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. Can't see. Come on, move. 14, 16, 18, 20. Let's say about 34 or so. There's one guy in there. 34 or so. There's one guy in there. And it doesn't. You can only buy boxes. Okay. Then never mind. Moving on. Oh, look who's here. Look who is here. Blue collar sticks are here. Random peoples are showing out today. That's different. That's different. You know, especially weird day where the cigar burns extremely fast. So yeah. I haven't even had dinner yet today. I had my lunch about 4:30ish. I haven't even had dinner yet. I'll plan to eat dinner after this because I'm just not that hungry right now. The weather's changing a lot. And I haven't seen any good news. Like, everything on the news is bad. Everything on the news is bad. There's no, like, not good news that you know. Oh, actually, no. For Bloomberg to drop out of the race, I think that's a good news. I just don't like him, so. Spend $500 million on a campaign and just go, I'm just gonna drop out. What a wonderful way to spend $500 million. You could have spent $500 million just simply donate to people, and then you have your name out there. I don't know. If I was to run a campaign and I wanted to advertise, I wouldn't use $500 million to advertise. I would use $500 million to just donate to various charity. And then while I donate, I just say, hey, guys, I am actually running for president. That's it. That's what I would do. Why would I want to spend that kind of money to do advertisement that does nobody any good? And when you leave, you didn't leave anything other than a campaign. You know, I rather donate that money, and then when I leave, even if I didn't win, well, charities got money. Charities got money. $500 million. That can actually go very well used in a lot of charities. I don't know. That's what I would have done. But yeah. And it also shows you that just because you have money doesn't mean you win. Okay, just because you have money doesn't mean you win. You can't. There's too many poor people out there. Just because you have money does not mean you win. Anyways, so internal updates. Let's talk about some updates here. Let me just load up everything so I can look at what is to update. Now, internal number one update is our trademark. I filed everything. It's one of those things that once you file, you have to wait like a month before they decide whether or not to give you the trademark. So that's on the waiting right now. I will still try to wait for people's ticket for drawings. I have one more week. For the drawings, and if you want to donate prices, sure, but I would tell you not to donate too much because I really don't want to do another 2-3 hour shows until we do the Christmas shows, because that 5 hour show drains. That 5 hour show is like, what are you thinking, Tony? Don't you need sleep? You know? And then I go, no, I don't really need sleep. Well, your mind's gotta fry, you know, that kind of thing. So let's not do one of those like 5-6 hour shows until later in the year, okay? And I did print out a few more stickers. I think those stickers will be given away. I've been trying to test out a few ways to do stickers to see if they come out differently. So that's one of the things I've been working on. Also, I have few things that I order and it's just never arrive, and I don't think it's gonna arrive anytime soon because they're probably most likely absolutely made from China, I think. So I don't think they're gonna get here anytime soon or ever. Okay, if I go into right now, I don't think I can find it at all. Yep, it's basically it's just saying that nope. It's basically just nope, 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 nope. All right, so yeah, that's not gonna come back anytime soon. It was epic. The 5 hour show is epic. Yeah, I agree, it's epic, but that's the thing. It's pretty hard to talk for 5 hours. I don't know. It was draining. It was draining for sure. All right. So yeah, a lot of things got moved. The past few days I've been just organizing my work. Moving a lot of like cancel appointments to later in the year. Rearrange some flights. They basically I waited until they say, okay, if you have made any flight arrangements that you cannot fly, you don't have to pay anything to cancel. So that's I cancel all the flights. Every flight that I have canceled except the Japan flight, which is in May. I think by May I wouldn't have to worry about it. Either the whole world has it by then, or nobody has it by then. So I start to arrange my flights from May and on. So if by May you see me gone, that's usually what I'm doing. I'm doing work. The 5 hour show goes through pretty fast. It does. In the moment it does, but after it's finished, like when you finally reach upstairs, taking a shower, you're like, holy shit, what did I do for 5 hours? You know, one of those things, like you start to feel it. You start to feel it the next day. And when you think back, it's like, that was fun, but that was 5 hours, you know? That was almost a full work day. You know, that the 5 hour is, I think it's Massachusetts line for you had to clock out for half an hour lunch break. So if you work anywhere for 5 hours, you have to take a 30-minute break. This is really good. I don't know. Right now, in my opinion, this particular cigar is better than the new Filthy Viking. Because it's closer to the old Filthy Viking that I like. I don't know. It might be it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, and then the whole month worth of shipping. Alright, literally, like every day I'm packing something, try to ship it out. Every day when something comes, I ship it out. Oh my god, whole month worth. So yeah, my whole entire room was all boxes until now. Now it's better. So definitely not something that I look forward to do. I definitely wanted to pack out some stuff. I have a few bumps I want to send out, but because I've been busy doing all the phone calls to rearrange stuff and all that stuff. Next thing you know is, in the afternoon, the night, and I was like, I'll pack out the bumps on other day, because it doesn't matter which day you get bumped, so long as you get bumped. So, yeah, I have a few things I had to rebox and redo, and then I have a few people that wanted the coins. I had to send out their coins. And I had to prepare for the next drawing, too. So those things are on hand that I'm thinking. Also was thinking, I've been looking for manufacturers to make better coasters. We have the paper coasters, but I really want something like acrylic or plastic coaster that we can reuse, not just one time. It'll be colorless, because I did find one of the members tried to print out, I think it's Tony Murray or something like that, tried to print out a 3D version of it. It looks great, but I really wanted something that I could use. So, that's just the way. By the way, I think it's common sense in this group that if you gotta make anything in the group for the masses, everybody will have it. I need to have one. Okay, you must send one to me to validate the quality. Okay, before you send it, you open up for sale. You must go through my eyes. Okay, my eyes. But yeah, the Della Valada is actually really, really good. Surprisingly, really, really, holy shit. Surprisingly, really, really good. What cigar I got tonight? Like I say, it was the American Viking Ddama Valada. Is that supposed to mean something? Is that... I don't know. It's supposed to mean. I think there's supposed to be a full body cigar, but didn't feel like that. It feels like a medium at most right now. So... Hi, Brad. Quality control, Tony. Exactly. You gotta go through me first, all right? I have to go. Well, that looks pretty good. Why not? Why not? You know. So yeah. Other than that, I sorted out some of my cigars yesterday. I think I posted pictures. Was that yesterday or the day before? I basically rearranged some spaces, take out some of the cigars that I would probably most likely just smoke, and then just make some room in the box that I can store those egg roll for a long time, because I'm pretty sure that without that egg roll I buy, I'm not gonna go to it that much. So I'm just gonna put them aside for now. I'm just gonna store them, let them age. Yeah, I mean, it's nice that everybody is doing that. Let me go to that. And you know, the speed did increase just a little bit. What we gotta use this for, basically, I drink alcohol. Sure, not all the time, but I do. You know, I much rather drink alcohol when friends are around, but I don't really like to drink it alone, because I feel like alone drinking sometimes are kind of sad. I don't know. So I like to drink it happy rather than lonely. So I usually drink it when it's a special time, or you know, celebration, or hanging out with friends. That's when I usually drink. But yeah, yeah, we use the website right now. Our website is pretty much our second home. So we use it in case of the YouTube going down or trading. Also go to the website. I know not a lot of people use it, but it will be the place to use eventually when something else goes on, right? If for any reason that Facebook page just goes down, we got closed down or whatever, the first place you'll be able to go is our website, okay? So it's more like a backup. All right, enjoy the game. Go coach, win that game. So yeah, the website, I mean, I know there's not gonna be a lot of activity because we already posted everything in the Facebook page. But if you needed anything, and whatever the page, the Facebook page does not work, or something happened, you just don't have a chance to go to there, or if your account got blocked, go make a notification in the second home, so that, you know, people know about it, right? You know, that's our backup location, backup places. Okay, backup places. So I know that not a lot of things are going on right now. And eventually, if we have enough funding to make it into a dedicated server, I think more people will use it, because then we can go full time onto the website to do with the dedicated server, because dedicated server allows you to post videos and all that stuff, and by then you'll be without restrictions. So right now we just cannot post any video other than YouTube video on the website. So, which I understand completely. So yeah, it's just not working right now, and you'll eventually work. You know, we right now it's a backup. You know, once we solve the backup, once we need it full time, we'll put more money towards it. You know, I've been spending a lot of time to try to see what other swag we can use, but really it's hard. I really don't know what other swag we can use. I don't know. I don't know what other swag we need. So, you know, I haven't been able to find anything. And the next really thing I wanted to do is really that coaster. If I can find a way to make some coasters, sets of 6 and 5s, then I think that we got this year's thing. So, but yeah, that's our place. It will be our place. So, you know, for now, it's not that active. I can understand that. Maybe in the future we'll have another mod that's just regularly on there, like literally, you know, doing the work on there, activities, updating, stuff like that. It's all gonna be on there. But right now, with such a small group, we don't have to worry about that too much, you know, and we can barely pay for the maintenance on that website right now. So. But while I'm on this right now, let's talk about cigar purchasing stuff. Right now, I'm pretty sure a lot of people purchase from Corona cigars, and I know Bob is sponsored by Corona cigars and stuff like that. And I feel like, Shadow Smokers Legion might not have a big name out there right now, so we can make it a thing, to push our name out there, right? To get other vendors to work with us. That's aside from Brendan and Cigars Daily and stuff like that. So what we do is, if you ever purchase any cigar online that has a note section of it, go ahead and just put Shadow Smokers Legion on it. So that, eventually some people is going to ask, what the hell? I received so many orders and all those bottoms says Shadow Smokers Legion. What the hell? And then if they start asking and they start looking up for Shadow Smokers Legion, we might be able to have them talk to me and go, we can work something out and get us more discounts. So really, when it comes to cigars, supporting a brand, or supporting a person, supporting a store is one thing, but in the end, a lot of time we'll go with wherever is cheaper, right? So the more places that we can do that, the better it is. So the stand is a one-time thing from Bob. All right. Now, if I know who made that stand, I could afford the money and then make a few more. But it wouldn't be a Bob Cigar, the guy with the Shadow Smokers Legion thing. I already said before, because I'm not into this to make money. So if anybody want to do crossovers with Shadow Smokers Legions, like if Bob Cigar guy want to make more stuff, I just tell him to make it. I don't take anything from it. I just say go ahead and make it. The T-shirt will be the same thing. Like, Bob, you making your thing. I'm not gonna go in there and make the money. I'd much rather for you guys to make the money because you guys have costs. For me, it's more of a hobby. So I asked them to make it. But if I make anything, it would just be Shadow Smoke Legion. But if anybody else want to make, for example, if Cigar Mechanic want to make something crossover, I will just ask Cigar Mechanic to make it, and then he will go through you guys all purchase from him. I wouldn't be involved in any of those. So so long as it's good quality, you guys can make it. That's fine. So that's the key for it. So if we have anybody, like for example Martina Maya want to make something crossover, just ask me, and then I'll probably more likely say so long as it looks good, it's fine. And if Bob Cigar guy have done it a few times already, he just asked me the file. We have obviously Out makes some really kick-ass cigar ashtrays, and we have we'll have a few other streamers that could cross over. So whenever they feel like they're ready, they want to do that, I'm free to it. I'm up to that. So I think Hashimoto's Motorsport gear should definitely do a crossover, something that I can use while I'm driving, But then again, I drive European cars, so you figure it out. You figure it out. I actually honestly did look at cars yesterday. I was looking around for next car to buy, and I was looking out for what, maybe I'll just buy a Civic Type R. I just had fun with it. I couldn't find one 2020 Civic Type R. I don't think it's out yet. Or either that or they didn't make it. I know the Nissan is making a 400Z. I might look into that too, but they don't have. It sounds like they're not gonna change much either. So I don't know. Maybe I'll buy the new Corvette. But then again, it wouldn't be Japanese car anymore. It's funny because I used to be like a Japanese car fanatic. I would only drive Japanese car for a long time, because Japanese car is so easy to work with. Anybody can make any modification, and you will be able to drive the way you want it. But it's just harder and harder. And they, Japanese cars like number one cars get stolen. Toyota and Honda is like number 1 to 5, or 1 through 10 most stolen cars. Alright, it burned funny. Let me fix that. Where is it? While I'm on this, I also want to make an announcement too, so that if you guys watch this. Now, Shadow Smoke Legion has the gray line set very low. That the bar is so low, it's probably below the screen, okay? The bar for what we can post is so low, it's probably below the screen. But I just want to let you guys know, though. Do it! I just want to let you know, if I feel like that post is iffy, Like I will actually let you know. I was like, this post is like just on that gray line, and somebody complained about it, I'm just gonna delete it. Okay, so that there's no question of to why. Because if I feel like it's iffy, it might offend some people, and I just gotta delete it. And you guys know that a lot of time you guys post something that's like literally stepping onto the line, on the line, and just really trashed it. Okay, which is fine. It's free speech. We're all adults. We can handle that. But sometimes it does bother some people. You gotta know a lot of members will read while the kids around them are standing around too. So be aware of what you post. Something that's too close sexually, let's keep those off. Okay, I know we can handle it, but let's keep that off. You don't want to, like, for example, if Christina is reading the form, well, somebody's reading on their PC. You don't want the kids to walk by and see what is that thing on the nose, whatever thing. And you know what I'm saying? Just keep it down a little bit in terms of degrading sexual joke. I guess that will be the term, and everything else, is the same as usual. Same as usual. I know you guys like to bust each other's ball, but then that's just, keep it down. Keep it above that gray line, just a tad. Don't go below that gray line, because once you go below that gray line, I'm looking at it like, right? Don't do that. Whoopi and her hair got booted. Now, I wouldn't boot you for some sort of the post that's just like, on the gray line, because we're all adults. Like I said, we're all adults, and technically, if it's not too much, I don't have a problem with it. But if there's too much, I just delete it. Right? So, if you find that the post is deleted, it's because of that. All right? It's because of that. Don't make me do all kind of explanation. You guys know. All right? And I know that there's gotta be people who say, I didn't think it was that bad. Well, yeah. I mean, whether or not you think it's that bad is subjective. So, subjective. Let's just keep it clean. I like the activities and how active members constantly chat with each other and that kind of stuff. I just didn't like it when it goes to an extreme where people had to debate whether or not they like to see that kind of stuff. When you get to that choice, I'd rather not make the choice, so just delete it. There's no choice to make. Some of the stuff I actually think is funny, but I just don't think that it should be here. But it's funny, so I'll leave it for a little bit so people see it, and once people see it, I just delete it too. So yeah, those are the possibilities. Okay, I just want to make sure that you guys know there is a possibility where I might leave a few things on there for a little bit and then delete it. So you might all of a sudden you can't find it anymore. So if you think it's funny to you and you really want to use it for your own personal page, take a screenshot right away so you don't have to look for it when I delete it. Yeah, it's actually not bad of a cigar. Surprisingly good cigar. And I remember when Tim said that he was gonna come out with this cigar, he said it was gonna be full body. And I know that it's different manufacturer now. I wonder what makes him decide that this will be that cigar, but that cigar, the Filthy Viking will be a different one. So I don't know where he decided that. So yeah, now I'm just waiting for the weather to get better, so I can do some smoking outside, and probably do one or two streaming outside from outside. Outside's nice. Outside's pretty good. And right now, it's just getting up before all the bugs comes out. We have like a lot of trees near where backyard is, so there's a lot of bugs. There's a lot of flying things in the nighttime. They don't really come out during the day, but they will come out during the night. So I had to really watch out how late I can stay outside for that. I'll probably use it for the podcast. I mean, just like you haven't seen me on podcast the past day, one day, it's because of that. So 72 tomorrow. I think we're still in the. Is it more full body than the box press rebellion? I think it's about the same. If not less. I mean, that's based on what I remember for the old box press rebellion, because I haven't tried the new one yet. The new one is still upstairs in the humidor. I might smoke that in the next couple of days, to see which one is better. But right now, I smoked the new Filthy Viking. I smoked this one, and I think the Filthy Viking, I smoked 2 of them already, and I feel like the if you let it sit for a little bit, the creaminess from the original one does come out a little bit more, but it's still not as ready as this one. I think this one's much better replacement for the Filthy Viking than calling it a different one. I don't know. That's just my personal opinion. Everybody had different taste buds. But going back to Joseph's thing is about keychain. How many of you actually use keychain? I literally have 1 key. Alright, I just have 1 key, so I don't really use keychain. I do have a keychain on it, but I don't really use keychain because I have 1 key, and that only key is my car key. I don't bring any other key but my car key. So I don't really use keychains. But do you guys use keychains? How many of you use keychains? I mean, keychain is one of those that they demand like a minimum order of 100 or something more than that. But like, how many of you actually use keychain? I don't use keychains. I don't have that many keys. Only key I carry is literally the car key. Because if I go out, my car is with me, right? If I'm not, then, I'm not going anywhere far, so, the least amount of key, the better for me. Yeah, I don't really use a lot of keys. And I don't even take out my key, because my key is a fob. I don't have an example here. But my key is a key fob, so I don't really take it out of my pocket ever. So I don't think anybody will actually use a keychain. I can't remember the last time I actually used a key to open the door. Like, even my keys overseas is a card. It's just an ID card. Like, I just literally tap my wallet onto the door, and the door unlocks and it just goes in. So I haven't used keys. That's why I don't use keychain. Like, when I go out, there's 3 things on me: wallet, my car key, and my cell phone. And that's the 3 things I have with me all the time. So yeah, like, people who goes out literally just bring their car key. The doors are so automated right now that nobody uses it. And literally, when I drive my car into the garage, I just walk right through the door. So I don't use car key. When I'm in Japan, most Japanese house has those ID thing that you can just do that, fingerprinting that you can just do that. My house uses the number pad and also remote control doors. My house in Taiwan uses ID. My house in Japan uses ID. The house in China uses the ID. Yeah, they all ID. So they're literally just a card. Let's see if I can. See if I have one of the spare one here to show you guys. Huh. I don't think I have a spare card. But they literally just look like one of these cards, and then you just tap it and it opens the door. Yeah, I don't have a spare card right here. Nope, no spare card. Yeah, no spare cards. But yeah, just I use card to open doors. I don't use key anymore. So home, how many home? So if you talk about residence, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 3 houses and 3 apartments. 3 houses and 3 apartments. So 6. The reason I don't use keys because in Asia, a lot of people know how to bump keys. And you literally don't, like, when I'm not there for a long period of time. So I don't want people to be able to bump keys and still get into my house and literally, I don't even know they're there. Okay? Yeah, I have camera in there, but that's pretty much it. By the way, hi Gary. Talk to you later, Pete. So, all those houses use IDs. At the apartment, I actually have a front desk. So even if I didn't bring my ID, they can still find a way to help me open my door. So I never tried it, but that's what it is. I'm thinking to implant an RFID chip. But here's the thing though, if you implanted an RFID chip and if somebody was able to hack that particular ID, then you can never replace it because that's in your body already. So I don't think RFID works that well because people can just use a receiver, receive that RFID information and go out there and then just open your door. So yeah, I don't think that's that safe, especially the key. There are a few keys that cannot be duplicated. Literally, it's like a two-step keys. So you gotta put it in there, turn one around, put it in there again. Those cannot be bumped, but still, I just don't like to keep. SSL wallet I can see. But again, kind of thing, It's reprogrammable, but if you have 6 places that you need keys for, it's much more complicated than that. Because let's say if I lose my wallet, I can literally change all that car key all in once. All right, if I just do that, I can just get on the car, and then put the number in there. I'm done. And and when I not at home, when I'm not there, I disable all the keys. It doesn't matter what key you have, you cannot get in. I disable all the keys. So it's more like a safety feature for me than actual key. The thing about key is that any locksmith can go unlock your door. Not saying that if they really want to break in, can they? Yeah, they go to get a door and boom, they go right in there. Oh, really? Let me know. Let me know which one. I'll look into it. You know what's really funny? So this is what happened. When Wuhan virus was going out and crazy, my mother-in-law's in China. My father-in-law is in China. All right. My father-in-law went to a different city. And literally, I was telling him to you need to leave that city before Beijing closes down because you gotta be able to fly back. And I was telling him all that while I was flying over. So when he went to Beijing, he tried to go meet up with my mother-in-law, which my mother-in-law was staying with my grandfather-in-law. All right, and picking locks. But at that time, because my grandfather-in-law stays in the nursing home, and they already announced that if you're over the age of 60, my grandfather's 90 something, you are high risk of dying from the disease. So they closed down the building. Basically, anybody who doesn't work there, who works there or staying there, who doesn't stay there cannot go in. Who's staying there usually cannot go out. So my father-in-law cannot enter there. And he was just stuck outside. No hotels open. He cannot go to any hotels either. So I said, oh, you know what? Just go to my apartment. Right? That's fine. Just go stay in my apartment. I'll activate the key. And I'll unlock it for you when you get there. So when he get there, I was asleep on the airplane. All right? So he couldn't. So he thought the door would be open because he wasn't there. He heard a click. But that's actually just a click of somebody else's door. So he didn't know that. So he tried to turn the doorknob. And this is not the you gotta know in China there's 2 sets of door, okay? One steel door on the outside and one physical door on the inside. Both has lock. Okay? So he thought that the door is unlocked and he tried to turn the doorknob. The doorknob is actually not turnable. The doorknob is actually for you to pull, because once you unlock it, you just have to pull. There's nothing to turn. He literally tried to turn it and he twists the doorknob off. No, it's not a knob, it's a handle. He twists the handle off. He just stares at his handle. He goes, yeah, I just broke your door. I was like, what? You cannot. That is a security door. You cannot break it. And then how do you break it? He's like, I just turned the doorknob. I was like, there's no doorknob on that thing. There's a handle. You just pull the handle. He's like, I turned it and it broke. So that door literally is just like a steel door, but no handle on it. But in the end, we did allow him to go in. He was able to get in, but like the door handle just got twisted off. And he's going back. He's like, I don't know. I must be superhuman, like, you know, because I just think that he was so worried. Because when you're more worried, you have more strength. He's like, the door doesn't open, and you just twist it off. But that's some serious strength to get something that's welded onto the door to just twist off. I don't know how he did it, but he literally pulled the whole handle off. So yeah, he broke my door. And I actually cannot get people to go fix it without me there. Because they will not do it. And right now, I don't think anybody's working right now. So I had to go back there just to fix that door next time I get there. The whole handle is off. Too bad we didn't take a picture of that handle. I would show it to you guys, because a lot of times, like, no picture, it didn't happen. Next time when we go over there and fix the handle, I will show you guys the handle, because that handle was just totally broken. The entire thing just came off. It's like, what? But yeah, he almost had to stay outside because I didn't have signal, so I went to sleep on the airplane. But when I woke up, I got the message. I was like, oh, okay, unlock the door. So he here, click, the door opens. That's all he had to do. He didn't even need that handle. He broke the handle. It was funny. That was like the funniest story. However, if that's, you know, it doesn't cost a lot to fix that handle, because the handle was just down there. I was surprised that he can turn that off, because, you know, it's called security door. They're not supposed to break off. But then again, it's just a handle. It doesn't really operate the door. Wuhan grip, man. Wuhan. Like, why would anybody think to twist that handle is my question. That handle, you know, it's one of those like bathroom like handle when you want to hold it so you don't trip on the bathroom. It's like one of those U shape that's on there. So how will you think that to twist that thing is my question. Like, don't you just, when you see a door, you know, when you go to a hotel, they have a door with a big bar, right? You know how to pull the bar. You wouldn't go like twist that bar. So I don't know what goes through his mind. You know, the door is not open. Maybe I'll twist it a little bit, see if it breaks. Like, why would you think to twist that bar is the question. Like, why? Why you do that? You know, it doesn't make sense. But yeah, that's the problem, right? That he ran into. He said that was the scariest time. It was most emergency. You know, he just tried to tell us to be careful when you travel because that might happen to you. I said, no, that would not happen to me. You know why? Because it's my house. You know, it will not happen to me. Besides, I was like, why are you so worried? You already flew from one city to Beijing airport. Why didn't you just stay in the airport? Because his flight is literally the next day out. He could have just fly out. He could have just stay in the airport and just fly out. But, you know, he decided to travel. I don't know. Like, he's like, there was no taxis. There was no place to stay. The hotel was gone. You know, I was in serious danger. I could have died. It was cold. I was like, you could have just stayed in the airport. All right? You could have just stayed in the airport. And worst case scenario, why didn't you call the American embassy? You have American passport. You are American. Why didn't you go to American embassy? It's like, you know, there was no phone. I was like, you use your freaking phone to contact me. You use your freaking phone to contact me. Tell me there's no phone. What he tried to say is there's no phone number. So, but then if you travel, for anybody at all, if you travel overseas, make sure to know where the American embassy is, because that's the only place that's gonna save your life if you're overseas for any reason. All right, no one is obligated to help you except American embassy. He had to poop. Don't kid yourself. In China, if you really have to poop, you poop anywhere. Okay? In China, if you really have to poop, you just go anywhere. But yeah. If you ever travel, number one thing you need to know is where you're traveling. Where is the American embassy? Because that's the only place that's safe in a time of war, in a time of do I like minute rice? What's minute rice? Like microwave 1 minute and eat it. Minute rice. Dalai Lama cigar. It's actually really good. Like I say, I will compare this to the older Filthy Viking. It's actually closer to the Filthy Viking, the older version, than the new Filthy Viking that's close to the old Filthy Viking. This is closer to the old Filthy Viking than the new Filthy Viking. McDonald's, even the McDonald's closed down. There's actually a McDonald's just nearby. There's a McDonald's and a Burger King nearby the nursing place, but they don't. Pre-cooked rice. I eat that a lot, actually. I eat that a lot, the pre-cooked rice. Sometimes you just don't need a lot of rice, and you don't want to go cook an entire bowl of rice. That's what we use. We always have the microwavable rice hanging around the house because I eat a lot of midnight stuff. When I'm in the fat season, which is winter, I will eat. You guys will see me like right after cigar, I'll go eat. So a lot of time I don't want to make more rice. Take 2 of those, microwave, and eat it. You'll go straight to Canadian embassy. Well, if you're a Canadian citizen, then yeah, you go to Canadian embassy. But embassy is the safest place to be because embassy is known as part of your country. They rent that place as part of your country. So that's the safest place you can have. Safest place you can find. By attacking the embassy, that's like waging war. So embassy is the safest place. I think usually embassy are armed, so they're actually a safe place. Whoa. So that's pretty good. I think that's pretty much it for the story. Well, my wife did tell me about talking about an old story that we had, but I literally forgot what story she told me to talk to you guys about. Older story in the past, but one day I'll remember and I'll tell you guys that story. But today, that's it for this one cigar Wednesday. And if I was to tell you guys to try the whole list of new cigars from American Viking Company, I will say try this one first because this one's surprisingly good. And it's not, when first Tim called it that particular cigar, it's gotta be full body, but this is not full body. This is like more like a medium body. I will even say it's like light to medium, like a mild plus medium. It's not like a medium plus cigar. It's a very easy cigar to smoke. I definitely recommend this. This will go good with coffee. How can I tell you that? It's because I had coffee before smoking this, and you still have that taste in your mouth about the coffee. So when you smoke this, you're like, oh, they would go great together. So this is the cigar that you wanted to go with a morning coffee rather than the Filthy Viking. I don't know, Filthy Viking did not seem like a good coffee cigar to me because the way the herb, the star anise flavor just kicked through so much. I think Sherry will agree with me with that. This is a pretty good cigar. So yeah, that's the cigar review for today. I would definitely buy more of these. Smoke time about hour and 10 minutes. Not too bad. Not too bad. So I have cigars in all of my homes. I have cigars because you gotta know, like when I go a shopping spree, and I can't carry all of them back. So, I leave it there. So, okay, that's it for tonight. I'll see you guys on Facebook and on Saturday 9 p.m. again. So, if you never tried this cigar before, I would say try it. It's not too bad at all. It's actually really good. And yeah, we'll continue to talk about cigars next time we are live. And I'll see you guys on Facebook. Have a good night, everybody. Stay safe. I know there's some places that have some weird weather, tornadoes and cold weather, and for Massachusetts eastern side, we have some really strong gusting going on. So be safe. I'll see you guys